Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck it right in the pussy.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Bromigos podcast. We back. We back in the stew. Mike just walked out.
No, he just ran off.
Yeah, man's throwing his gum away. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Look at his little big ass running up and down the hallway. Look at your big ass running up and down the hallway. Look at you.
And you were worried about low energy. 5 seconds ago, you couldn't
like,
put together a
looking
sentence.
looking like the black Loch Ness monster walking up and down the hallway.
Why is this light skin
fucking Bigfoot over here? Fucking Bigfoot over here. You know what I'm saying, man?
I thought he had to go take a piss because before we started recording, he's got this like giant, I don't know, container of water, and he's like,
I was gonna say he picked a hell of a time right when I hit the music to like, oh, now I gotta pee.
Yeah, we thought he had to go.
Baby.
We thought he had to piss, and he just started running the other direction.
Gotta stay hydrated on leg. You know, I was lifting yesterday. I was telling Mike, I was in the gym. I lift at my high school now, and I was doing my deadlifts, and I was like, all right, I ain't done deadlifts in forever. Right, so I was doing a sumo deadlift, and I started off with 315. I'm like, all right, bet I ain't done 315 in like about 4 years, so it would have been a long ass time. I'm like, all right, let me break this thing out. So I bend down, grab hold of the bar. I try to get up, and I'm like, I was like, I couldn't do it.
Weak.
It's funny you mentioned the gym because on Sunday, me and my brother went together and we started lifting, and I haven't lifted in like months because I'm trying to take care of the cardio and get rid of the fat in the midsection and such. But God damn it, Dante.
I know.
Sorry.
Well, at least it's not the phone case this time.
Yeah, at least it's not the phone case. But as I was saying, so what did we do? We did chest, shoulders, and triceps. And let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
My shoulders are still very, very sore. I have not been able to move properly since Monday.
That's right. Get after it.
I'm trying to.
Get after it.
I mean, he rips me a new one every other day.
That's good.
With how I've tried to go to the gym as much as I can, but sometimes just other things get in the way. And he's like, you should be going every fucking day, you little pussy. What are you doing?
Damn.
He rips into me. He rips into me, but it's good because
fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Shit.
He rips into me for it because you've seen him. Like he's a pretty well off dude. He's pretty jacked. So it's just like he wants me to keep up that same schedule that he does.
Like me in high school.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm always in the gym, working out constantly.
Yeah, I am now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I go to the gym, and then fucking Tuesdays and Thursdays, I ride my Peloton.
See, the thing with the gym is once you get a routine, that's the key right
Yep.
there. That's the key.
Yep.
My problem is I'm self-conscious when I'm lifting. Like when I'm on the treadmill doing cardio, I don't really give a shit. When I'm lifting, it's like, God, does my form look good, or are these big ass dudes just gonna start laughing at me?
So no one that is currently in the gym, regardless of how big they are, started off knowing what the fuck they know.
That's
so
true.
fuck them. Listen, you need to worry about Matt.
You know how many dudes I see in the gym trying to do bicep curls and they like lift them with their back?
Yeah.
Or like I don't know what they're doing.
What was this one dude doing? He was using his momentum to lift the weight, and I'm like, yeah, you're not helping yourself.
You see some wild shit. 3 weeks ago, I was at the gym. This dude was on a lateral pull down. Swear to God, man had his legs on like on the leg rest, and he was laying back. He had his butt in the seat, and he was like holding on to the onto the bar and doing sit-ups. Swear to God, had his hands on the bar, and he kept going down and coming up. And I'm like, my nigga, what the hell are you doing? Like people doing the weirdest shit in the gym, and then.
But we can't. But if that's what they want to do, they can do it. I mean, we don't shame them.
I do.
Weird shit. Think about it like what Mike just said. Like everybody started off not knowing what the fuck they're doing, and everybody's trying to get to a point in their life. So like when I see like say an overweight person in the gym, and I see a lot of them, same people constantly, I'm like, good for you, bro. Keep up the good work. You know, like I try to be encouraging. Don't be so judgmental, because then that'll just give them a reason to not show up.
Yeah, Dante, stop being so judgmental. Date money. Motherfucker.
I don't care what Planet Fitness says. This is not a judgment-free zone over here.
No, here's the thing. Planet Fitness judges, all right? Yeah. They do judge, because if you're even making a grunt, they'll fucking pull off that lunk alarm bullshit. Yeah. That's why I go to Crunch. They don't do none of that shit.
Fuck that.
But
I'll never go to Planet.
Interesting news, though.
Speaking of fitness and athletes and all that stuff.
Oh, my God. Interesting. Go and kick it off,
Speaking of squatting.
Wow.
Hey, kick it off, huh? Hoochie man, kick it off, bro.
Well, this guy, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
What a terrible human
What
being.
a terrible. So I have mixed feelings about this. I have very mixed feelings, right? Because all these things that he's been accused of is just that, allegations, right? But at the same time, like this is how the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So when it's that many women accusing you of something, you have to believe that at least 3 of them may be true. Okay? So then, all right, it may be true, but how do you suspend? Like, people have been suspended for less shit in the NFL.
I mean, look at Calvin Ridley. He's out for the whole year. I think.
Calvin really deserves to be out. Okay, that's one thing I'm gonna say. You don't. First of all, you do not bet on games you play in, and you don't bet on the sport you play in. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. That I feel the same. I felt the same way about Pete Rose when I heard about that story when he was managing, and he's betting on the games that you're managing. That's freaking crazy to me. That's ruining the integrity of the game. But now the thing that I think is crazy is that this man, Deshaun Watson, whether the things he did were if he was found guilty or not, whatever, he gets 6 games for something like this. But Josh Gordon gets suspended yearly for smoking weed, something that definitely helps him out with playing football. Everyone knows that you use weed in order to compress physically and emotionally after a game. So I don't understand why this man's is always getting suspended over that.
Well, that goes to my point. I mean, yeah, the betting part is bad. Don't get me wrong, but Calvin Ridley got a year. I mean, that's a 6-game suspension at most.
The consequences make no sense to me.
The consequence. Really, I mean, look at what happened with Ray Rice years ago when that whole thing with the elevator came out.
But there was video. The difference, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
The difference with that situation was there was actual video evidence of Ray Rice doing these things versus with Watson. Yeah, I wish we had the fucking.
What Baby Keem said? Beat him up.
But the point I'm trying to make is when Ray Rice got caught, they still didn't suspend him as much as they could have.
They gave him. What did they give him? 2 games?
Couple games, yeah. It was a handful. Definitely wasn't more than 5 or 6.
Here's my question when it comes to the Deshaun Watson situation. Right now, he was found not guilty on the one case that he had against him. The other 3, they settled, right?
Well, I think most of them were settled except 4.
There was 3 out of 4 that actually went to. I don't think did they go to trial or just went to court?
They went to court.
None
of them went to trial.
None of them went to trial. Okay, so you got 4 out of those 3 cases that were settled. And I think I don't know what happened with the 4th one.
It's still
pending.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one's still pending. I mean, my thing with this is that I look at it from both sides, right? You have women that are accusing him of these egregious acts, right? If it's that big of an issue, right? If it was that detrimental towards you, why would you settle? Why wouldn't you want justice for the acts that were that occurred towards you at the hands of Deshaun Watson?
Well, he can't be tried in a criminal case. So I think at that point they might as well have just settled, because if he's not gonna go to jail.
Yeah. No.
So what's the point?
I mean, and historically anyway, when it comes to these kind of issues, like, think of it for a second as a woman. Like, obviously none of us are women, but a lot of the times these things go unnoticed or not talked about, or they're not handled even in the way that would be satisfying for the victims, right? So as I would think, as a woman victim of this kind of abuse and things like that,
right,
that they're at a point where they just want it to stop and go away, because everyone at every turn is going to discredit you. He's an athlete. That's the first thing we're going to think. He's an athlete. He has money. She's out to get him. And that's probably why they just want to, like, I can imagine that it's difficult to even step forward and say that you've been a victim of something like that. And
one thing I've loved about this whole situation is that there hasn't been any uproar with black people coming out and being like, oh, they're just trying to take another black man down. It's like, no, we know he made mistakes.
I get tired
he made
of
mistakes.
that shit.
He done fucked up.
I was listening to the Pivot podcast the other day, and Ryan Clark and his boy, they brought up, and he's like, yo, as professional athletes, we all have masseuses. Some of them have like maybe 2, because, when you're on the road, and then when you're at home, you have your normal masseuse that you go to. It's pretty eye-opening that this man had 23 massage therapists.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's a lot, man. So at that point, you kind of know, all right, bro, you have a track record. We know what you're doing.
That's one for every team.
There could have been as many as like 60 from what I've read.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if it's that much.
What the fuck you need 60 different massage therapists for? Like, what you need for each muscle?
You know what I'm thinking?
The fuck?
Deshaun Watson probably a kinky ass motherfucker.
Yeah,
he probably got some kinks.
Yeah, which one can dig for gold better? that was the one thing that it's like, all right, well,
you want to know what pisses me off though? It wasn't from the Bromigos account, but I think it was either from my whiskey account or my personal Twitter account. I tweeted something about the situation, and I'm like, wow, really? Only 6 games? And someone's like, well, he didn't play for the whole year before that.
No.
And I'm just like, dude, that I didn't say nothing.
That's not even the same thing.
Well, I didn't say anything back because I'm just gonna let him be ignorant. Because even if I try saying anything, it's not worth my time to reply to shit like that on social media. But he voluntarily took himself out for the whole year last year.
Yeah.
Voluntarily. He didn't get suspended. So now is when the actual justice or whatever word the punishment should be. It shouldn't count for when he wasn't playing. Of voluntarily leaving the game for a year to settle this issue.
But
that's such a brain dead fucking thing to say.
He's not getting 6 games.
Now here's my other question on this, right?
Yeah.
Now he settled 3 of these 4 cases, right? So and the other one is still pending. So he was never found guilty of any of of his accusations. And my question here is,
if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the only one that's still pending is the first person that came out.
Okay.
I don't know that for a fact,
Okay.
but as far as I know, she's one of the only ones that hasn't been closed.
Right. Now my thing is that the court cases have been settled, but the NFL is giving him a 6-game suspension. And that's where that's where that blurred line is, because I'm like, well, if in the court of law he wasn't found guilty of any egregious act, even though the judge in this case was a white woman. So you can't even play the race card in this. You can't be like, no, it was against him. Oh, no, it was a guy in its favor. No, it was a white woman. Okay, white woman, right?
All right.
So she's handling the case. So she even said that there were egregious acts that this man did toward these women, right? But in the court of law, he wasn't found guilty. So why is the NFL giving him a suspension? If you're not found guilty in the court of law, and that's where the question comes into hand, is where does the NFL's power really come in? Because if in law he's found out guilty, you give him a suspension. But then other players that do things that are far less egregious than what Deshaun Watson has been accused of doing, they're giving out 18-game suspensions and a year suspension. Or you're suspended for 10 games because you smoked weed, or you got a DUI, so we got to suspend you for 5-6 games. That's crazy. The power structure doesn't make any sense to me, because sometimes the NFL wants to get involved and sometimes they're like, they want to remain quiet.
Yeah, none of it makes sense. None of it at all makes sense.
Do you remember what? And I'm going to take you guys back when I say this. What was it? The first or second week of classes where we all had met.
Back in the days when
and we had Fritz for the first time. Dan Fritz. He even flat out said, and he has more proof of this, I think, than anybody, because he's been around. He's a sports broadcaster.
Shout out.
The NFL is corrupt.
Yeah.
No.
Remember when Concussion came out?
Yeah, I actually do. I didn't see the movie, but I have.
The NFL tried to stop that movie from being produced.
Why am I not surprised?
And then you watch in the movie, the NFL was trying to stop the information from getting out that CTE was actually a real thing. Yeah. I mean, the NFL always wants to protect themselves, but they never want to protect their players, and I don't understand that. These players make you billions of dollars a year, and you won't do everything in your power in order to protect them.
They're
the
pawns.
ones currently playing, as well as the retired players. This is why I like the NBA better. Have you noticed how much recently 2K is going to be paying retired NBA players a lot more money than they have been, and that's the one thing that Charles Barkley has been talking about. That's why Chuck is not in the game, because
for being part of the game.
Yes,
okay.
They don't make a lot of money. Like, if you really think about it, over the past 5 years, NBA 2K has grown to a point where there's more classic teams and there's more all-time teams. All-time teams started in 2K18, so there are a lot of retired players they're being used for their name and likeness in these video games, but they're not getting a lot of money. You got to realize these dudes played in the 60s and 70s and 80s. They're not signing multi-million, multi-$100 million contracts like guys are now. So when they retire, they don't have the same income. And even when they did have income, $600,000 40 years ago, that's not there anymore unless you're like investing in
inflation. That's probably like millions upon millions of dollars.
You know, why do you think you see all these former NBA players at all these games and events? Because they're getting paid to be there because they need the money.
Yeah.
You can't survive off your name and likeness forever. Like, I'm sure Bill Russell was still going out making money, doing appearances and stuff before he passed away. R.I.P. Mr.
Rest
Russell
in peace,
too.
Bill Russell.
The GOAT.
Yeah, can we talk about that? Because like that's a big thing in sports.
What?
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about somebody who was much bigger than the sport he played. Bill Russell was that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bill Russell was that guy.
Definitely.
Bill Russell was LeBron James before LeBron James.
Yeah.
One more than Bron, but also he was
Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a level of
I guess.
I would say it was more difficult for Bill Russell considering the times
Yes.
in which he was playing.
Exactly.
All the
I mean,
adversity and
completely-
racism that he would have to deal with.
Plus
yeah.
a completely different play style
Yeah.
alone.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 1,000%.
That was a to the rim game, not a shooting game.
I just don't understand. The thing that I don't like about especially when I'm going to address it real quick, and I'm not going to bring LBJ into this. I'm just going to talk about the GOAT conversation.
Yeah.
Right? So who's won more championships than Bill Russell?
Nobody.
Okay. Why is he not considered the GOAT? Because of the era that he played in? I'm sorry. That doesn't make any sense.
That's BS to me.
That doesn't make any sense.
Like, Bill Russell's top 5 for me.
So Michael Jordan's never lost. Fine, he has 6 rings. Bill Russell, what, he has 11?
Yeah, he's got 11.
11 fucking rings. Why is he not the GOAT, period?
Didn't he win a couple as like a coach / player?
Yeah.
Well, Red Auerbach retired in 1967. 1967 was the first year they didn't win. They won 9 straight championships from 59 all the way to 66. I mean, 8 straight championships. And 67 is when Wilt Chamberlain finally got his time to shine, and they won. And his last 2 years, Bill Russell won NBA championships as a player coach. No one's ever done that before. You win 2 rings as a player coach.
So why is he not the GOAT? Is this simply because the NBA was in a bad place, or it wasn't so bad because at that point they had Bird and Magic? But is it because Michael Jordan made the NBA commercial?
I think that might be what it is.
Because other than that, he only has 6 rings.
You got to look at the times, though. Okay.
But he was part of that time, like Michael Jordan's era of basketball, and then you have LeBron's era of basketball. Like everyone has a different era.
I mean,
so why do we have to discredit Bill Russell because of the era that
I think a lot of people discredit Bill Russell because of the era he plays in, and people have no respect for the athletes back then. What a lot of people got to understand is that no matter what era you played in, when you're playing professional basketball in that particular era, those are the best athletes of that time that are playing in that era. And you have to give respect to that. You cannot compare the guys that Bill Russell was playing against the guys now. Skills have enhanced. Training has enhanced. Athleticism has enhanced. The guys that are playing basketball now are much better than the guys that were playing 10, 20 years ago. You can say the same thing
about the era that Michael Jordan played in.
You're right.
Everyone is athletic
Yeah,
nowadays.
you're right. Everyone's athletic. There are a lot of guys now that, me personally, I think are better basketball players than Michael Jordan. Better basketball players, some better basketball players than someone like LeBron and other guys like this. But the thing is that, and I bring this up all the time, there's a difference. I'm gonna look at the camera on this one. There's a difference between being the best and being the greatest. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
I could name you I was having this conversation with my boy the other day.
We can say we can take a different sport. Usain Bolt is better than Jesse Owens.
Not greater than Jesse Owens.
He's not greater than Jesse Owens.
I can name you 10 quarterbacks right now better than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I can. Wholeheartedly, I can name you 10 to 15 quarterbacks better than Tom Brady.
15?
But I can't name you. I can name you a lot of quarterbacks right now that are better than Tom Brady.
15 better than Tom
Brady.
Brady.
Now, you talking about a Tom Brady stand. Anything this man does, I'm like, oh my God, it's Tom Brady. It's the GOAT, man. It's the GOAT. No. I'm like how Mike is with LeBron over Tom Brady. I love this dude.
You probably suck him off more than Mike does when he's.
It sounds crazy, but the reason I make that point is because there are at least 10 quarterbacks better than Tom Brady. But can you name me 10 quarterbacks greater than Tom Brady? No. Tom Brady has more rings than some teams in the NFL.
I think the only person I put above or close or above I say Joe.
Joe Montana. That's it. It's the
Joe.
only person.
Joe's the only
only
person with the credible.
Yes,
I'd say Joe is better.
He's got the credibility there.
Yeah.
Because at first, remember when?
But even then, with that argument, like I would lean towards Joe, but I'm not mad at people who say Tom Brady is the GOAT. Like I'm not mad at that.
There was a time when there was a debate. I mean, Hunter, you know, there was a time when there was a debate where it's like, oh, is it Joe or is it Tom? But
that was like 10 years ago.
Well, I'm biased, so I'm going to say Bradshaw.
Jail. Fuck out of here.
I mean, that Terry
You gotta
Bradshaw
go to jail for that comment, sir.
Now, Terry Bradshaw's not better than Tom Brady. I'll tell you that.
no.
Right. He ain't on that list.
He ain't even top. Is he top 20?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely top 10.
Yeah, he's
Top 10? No, you're not top 10.
No,
top 15.
No, top 15.
Let's say top 15.
Top 15?
I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
He won,
Terry Bradshaw. He got four rings?
Super Bowls in the 70s, and both of them were like back to back. So
you want to talk about like dynasties, like the
I didn't see
Steelers had
enough
the
of
dynasty.
Bradshaw to really like.
Oh, you probably never saw Bradshaw.
No, I mean I've seen a few like highlights,
and
but
stuff.
I've never seen enough of them to be.
I mean,
like,
some dudes I'll put over Tom Brady, right? Dan Marino, Peyton Manning. Drew Brees is also better. Drew Brees didn't play in the right system, and that's people got to understand. A lot of quarterbacks, if they would have played in that Patriots system, they definitely would have won more.
My man up in Green Bay is definitely better than Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady.
He's probably the best talent
Aaron Rodgers or Brett
wise.
Favre?
Well, think about it
What
like
about
this.
Favre? Wait, what about Favre?
Favre too. No,
Favre is not
could
better.
throw that John.
Yo,
Favre used to
but
make
he's
some of the
not
plays. I'm like,
better
what the
than
fuck?
Tom Brady. He had a better arm than Tom Brady. He's not better.
Wide receivers. Randy Moss is the best wide receiver I've ever seen.
Yes.
But Jerry Rice is the greatest wide receiver that's ever
Yeah.
played.
Now, I want to mention about something with Aaron Rodgers since we're talking about it. I mean, think about how many times Aaron Rodgers could have won a ring by now, though.
I mean, he already has, but
He has.
All these
but-
years he's
won
won
another.
MVPs and he doesn't have a Super Bowl.
But I was going to say, what does he have? Like one ring?
He has one ring.
He's got one ring. And the last couple of years, he's been playing out of
Balling
his
out.
fucking mind.
You know what I equate that to? LeBron in Cleveland. That's the same thing. Green Bay has such a fucking. I mean, now he's towards the end of his career, right? But he has a fucking gem, and they've done absolutely nothing.
I mean, they just fucking traded Devontae Adams.
like what? If I would leave if I was Aaron Rodgers, like at this point, it's
he
like
should have
bro,
left when he had the chance to
it's
last
like
year.
People, and you know what? As fans, some of us like to talk about loyalty and being loyal to your team and things like that. And it's like, listen, I believe in loyalty as well. However, if you're not going to do if you're not going to put the right pieces around me to make me be great, and like, why am I going to stick with you?
I'm gonna counter that argument and say I don't think it was about loyalty for Aaron Rodgers. It was already rumored that he wanted out.
Yeah.
But
because the front office
money.
stinks.
I think he stinks.
No, it's not even about money.
I don't think it's
just
about
the
money at
front
this
office,
point. Yeah.
Because think, who else is on that team that's going to help him out? He had Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Who else is next? Alan Lazard? Who? Randall
I
Cobb?
don't know
His
who
old wide receiver?
Wait,
Okay.
Randall Cobb is still there?
Yeah.
They brought him back
brought him
last
back,
year.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know but retired, dude.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Go to Cancun, my nigga. Like, come on.
You know what? Aaron Rodgers at this point, he's probably not going to win another Super Bowl. And I hate saying that because I believe in my eyes, he is the most talented quarterback to ever play the game.
His only
Yes.
His
Yes.
only opportunity
Who's better?
to win was last year.
Talent?
Again.
Talented.
All right, talent-wise, we're talking
Talent-wise.
about, like, pure talent.
Yes.
I mean,
The only person-
Patrick Mahomes.
That's the only
man.
yeah, comparable.
Mahomes,
the only person.
Mahomes is the only one that.
Yes.
and maybe next year Joe Burrow. Maybe.
Next year.
I don't know,
Maybe
man.
not.
I don't
I don't
know
know.
how y'all feel about this. Might be a hot take, but
Uh-oh.
Cincinnati
Oh, shit, we
last
gotta-
year making the Super Bowl was kind of like, for me, Phoenix making the NBA Finals last
Yeah.
year.
Like their Cinderella.
You know,
run.
it was a
Yeah.
Cinderella.
No, it
like
definitely
if they won, okay, we're talking about them a completely different limelight. But are they going to do the same thing again?
No.
Probably not.
Now here's the deal, though. I mean, there's a lot of talk about the Bills too. I mean, with Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen's really fucking good.
Josh Allen's
stud, bro.
Josh Allen's going to be the MVP.
He's a fucking stud.
Josh
that
Allen.
guy.
I was really with that. What was it? The game that they had was it the one against Kansas City in the playoffs last year.
Last year, yeah. Gabriel Davis had like 4
That fucking
touchdowns, and
game,
They
that-
still lost it.
That is still to me one of the greatest football games I think anyone can ever watch. That game is going to be talked about for decades.
That game-
Oh yeah, that's a playoff game. But
You know-
the one that stands out in my mind, I think it was 2019, Rams Chiefs, That one.
I was just about to say that.
Yes.
That Rams Chiefs game was crazy. I mean, you would talk about offense. It was
all offense.
Points.
You think the Chiefs are still going to be great?
No. I see, and it's funny you mention this. Now, I don't watch the NFL as much as everybody else does, but I did say this at the beginning of last season. I was like, if Kansas City doesn't win this year, meaning last season, their dynasty is, their possible dynasty is done. I don't think Juju Smith-Schuster is a good replacement for Hill. No. I don't think so. Now, I will say
Tyreek Hill was a big loss.
I love Juju, but he's nothing compared to Tyreek.
Juju's too busy dancing on other teams' logos.
I've
said this about Kansas City. It's like they had all this talent, and what people don't realize is that, first of all, everyone is not the New England Patriots.
No.
The New England Patriots just have a system and a culture where dudes will come there, take pay cuts, win a Super Bowl, and go somewhere else, and then they might come back.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City has a team full of talented Hall of Fame players.
Yep.
You cannot keep all those dudes.
Bobby Watts.
Bob out there.
For those of you that can't see,
we got Bobby Watts.
Our old instructor, Bob Watts, is now joining us in the studio.
What's up, Bob?
Oh, shit.
Saying hello to all
Bob. How you doing?
Oh, God,
I didn't know
Bobby.
you either, so I'll give you a bond and I'm out of here.
The GOAT.
Nice little behind the scenes moment for everybody here on the Bromigos podcast.
But you think with Kansas City, they had so much talent. But when you have all that talent, eventually, especially when you win a championship, they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, I can go somewhere and get some more money."
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't gonna give me the money I want, or I'm gonna go somewhere. I already won. I mean, what else does anyone else on that team have to prove? They already have a Super Bowl.
Didn't the Rams save a couple of people from the last year's
they did.
championship?
The big thing that the Rams needed this year was that they had to re-sign Aaron Donald because he was contemplating retirement. They got him the money he needed. Now, the last dude they need to get.
How old is Aaron Donald to retire, though? He doesn't look that
He's
old.
only 30.
No, he's 30, but the things he's accomplished in the 9 years he's been in the league is insane.
I agree.
He's done everything that like a defender can. Yeah.
He's 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's got his ring.
He's definitely top 10.
Yeah, well,
top 10 defensive players of all time.
Yeah, definitely
100%.
top 10.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Definitely top 10.
He's not like a Lawrence Taylor level.
No.
Not at all. No one really ever will be. I don't put him on like a Reggie White level either, but he's definitely top 10 all time. The things he's accomplished in the short amount of time he's been in the league has been, I don't even know how to say it. You can't deny this man's greatness.
Now, you know who I'm excited to watch this year on the Rams? Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp. I cannot wait.
Stud.
I need him to replicate that. Oh my God, was your stud last year? What? No one expected. Like I played fantasy football last year for the first time after coming back from Germany, and I picked up. Cooper Kupp was just one of those names that I knew, and I thought he was a good player. I've always thought that he was a good player. And people looked at me crazy, like, "You're gonna take Cooper Kupp?" I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take Cooper Kupp, motherfucker. And he shit on everybody.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you win in your league that you were in?
No, I came third.
Oh.
I came third. And it just so happened the one game I needed Cooper Kupp to go off, he didn't go off. And
That's how it always happens.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. And if he would have went off, I definitely would have won. I would have at least made it to the final. But, you know.
Mike and I were talking about, watching live sports and watching sports on TV. When we came through in the car. And I want to ask, I want to ask Hunter this question.
Yeah.
So you've been to some pro sports games, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
How do you feel about watching certain professional sports, particularly football? How do you feel about watching it live and then watching it on TV? Which one do you think is better? NFL specifically.
I gotta say, probably at home is better because you're seeing the whole perspective. It's much closer in person. Everything is, which I still every time I go it blows me away. It's like, wow, it's like bigger than what I thought it'd be. That's what she said, by the way. But yeah, I prefer at home because you don't have to wait in line for the restroom. If you can go on your phone, you can have like other stuff up as you're watching. Like you can have the game on your TV, you could have something on your computer, have something else on your phone if you really wanted to keep up with it. For other sports though, I'd gotta say probably baseball. I don't know anyone.
Baseball's better live.
Yeah,
I like baseball
live.
watching better live too.
Definitely.
And I hate baseball.
Live as in like in person?
Yeah,
Like in person,
Going to see that
yes.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's baseball on TV. I'm like, bro, would you hit the fucking ball? God damn it! I don't know what it is with baseball fans. I guess this is just the baseball mentality. I've heard multiple baseball fans say that they think a game that ends 3-2 is much better than the game that ends like 15-3. And I'm like,
I agree.
how?
Because
Yes.
it's
How is that more fun to you?
That is more fun. A close game brings up excitement, anxiety. It taps
No.
into more emotions.
No, I can't. I like to see home runs. I want to see dingers. I want to see triples. I want to
He's
see.
a casual fan.
I want.
No,
I'm a
see,
casual
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Oh yes.
But
Yeah,
he doesn't
I am.
watch it. So you
I don't
can't
watch
really
Like
baseball
even
like
in
that.
soccer,
No, I
like
don't.
you don't want to watch it unless it's your team. Like if you're watching two good teams, right? You don't want to see like a 5-0 score. Like that's not fun.
No, it's a
Like,
blowout.
yeah, you want to see. Oh man, we still beat y'all last.
Unless you're a fan of the team that's blowing out the other team.
yeah.
but-
Then,
Well,
yeah.
see, the way Dante feels about, or the way Mike, I should say, feels about baseball is the opposite of how I feel about sports like hockey, where it's like a 3-2 game is like the worst thing you can possibly feel, especially if you're up by 1, because in hockey anything can happen.
Yeah.
You can shoot the puck and it could get deflected into the net, and all of a sudden it's tied going into overtime.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking wants to see that.
No.
especially if you're in a good
maybe it
position.
just has something to
in
do with the
rankings.
dynamic of the sport.
Yeah,
maybe?
it's the dynamics are different. You're
Yeah.
right, but the mentality shifts. But at the same time, you still have that comfort level. Say when you're up 5-0 at a hockey game
Mm-hmm.
compared to 5-0 at a soccer.
How often do you even
or-
see like a 5-0 in hockey?
It's gotta be rare.
You have to be playing a really fucking shitty team. Buffalo Sabres.
No,
to-
Flyers. Just say Flyers.
Flyers.
Sir, we're not going to do that. We're not going to have flyer slander.
You don't even like hockey. You don't even like hockey.
Listen,
what the hell are you talking about?
I support the Philadelphia
Oh,
Flyers.
shut the hell up! You don't even
I
watch hockey.
support-
No. See, he shits on hockey all the time in these
Listen, how many
episodes,
times you
and now
shit
all
on
of a
hockey?
sudden he's like,
Listen.
"Oh, I'm a Flyers fan."
Guess what?
I like the Flyers."
Hold on. First of all,
Guess what?
That's
They
not what I
suck
said.
anyway. So any support you give them doesn't
Listen.
matter. They suck at regardless.
I've been to I went to a Flyers game a bunch of times actually.
I mean, you're a Sixers fan, so I know you're used to disappointment, so it makes sense.
Oh, sir.
Oh, no.
Sir.
Would you like some ice for that burn, Mike?
Sir, the
Icy hot.
slander today.
Have you seen your team win a championship? No.
I have not seen my team win a championship.
You've seen them in the one.
Okay.
Who beat them? My
Okay.
team.
That's okay. That's
See,
okay.
Dante's spoiled. How many rings have since you've
Nah,
been
fuck
alive? have they
Dante.
had?
It's easy
I've
to
seen-
be a
I've-
Laker.
I-
Like, no, fuck that. You're not even from California,
Okay.
Dick Rider. That's what that shit is. Motherfuckers that like sports teams from other states who are not even from there, never been there, don't live there currently. You're a fucking dick riding. Shut the fuck up.
You know
like,
what-
come
you
on.
know- you know what this
I'm
is?
What? Who? Why you like? Why you like the
this
LA?
is?
Why do you like LA?
Why do I like LA?
Why? What's the reason? Kobe? Kobe was the reason that drew you in?
No, people ask me this question all the time. Why do I like the Lakers? I like the Lakers because the very first basketball game I ever saw on TV was the Lakers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers on Christmas Day.
What year?
It was 09. So it was, and that's when I first started watching basketball. I just first started
You
playing
mean to
basketball.
tell me
in
you
2009.
started watching in 2009?
Yeah.
I used to play soccer.
Yeah,
I used to play
Motherfucker
soccer. I
outta
didn't-
here,
I
bro.
didn't-
That's like
that's-
motherfuckers that like the Cowboys. Well, you're from New Jersey.
It doesn't matter.
The fuck you mean you like the Cowboys?
No, see, I've
fucking
never
Cowboys.
That's
been
some
a
dick
fan. I've
riding
never
shit. Let me
been
ride
a
the
fan of
wave.
that.
Yeah,
No,
some
see,
dick
that's
riding
bullshit.
shit, bro.
Why? I've never understood what sports fans, they think you have to like the team that's from your region.
But
or
you're
from your
not
state.
from there, bro.
What does that have to do with me
We're
being
not
a
even
fan of
really
the game?
exposed
What if they
to
move?
them.
Here's the thing. What if they moved and they still like that
Bro,
team
I
from
can
their
move to
home?
Dallas right now and will never fucking like the Cowgirls.
That's because you're an Eagles
You're
fan.
an Eagles fan. That makes
I won't
makes
like
sense.
any other team.
You're an Eagles
I
fan.
won't like any other team. Like, fuck that. No.
You know why he's so mad?
Why
You
is
know
he
why
mad?
he's so mad?
I'm not mad,
You know
bro.
why he's so
I'm not
mad?
mad.
He's heated.
Because he's a fan of Philly sports, and them niggas don't win shit ever.
What you talking about? We just won a Super Bowl.
How many years ago?
Like 3.
How many times you made the playoffs since?
I'm sorry. Who do you support in football? Who do you support?
I don't really support
Okay,
any team.
there's
I
a
support
reason for
Tom
that. Shut
Brady.
the fuck up.
I
Fuck
support
outta
Tom
here.
Brady.
I support Tom Brady.
When Tom was on the Patriots, I was a Patriots fan. Now I'm just strictly a Tom Brady
Dante,
fan.
hey Dante.
The fuck out of here.
How's Tom Brady's dick taste?
Amazing.
Like
tastes like Giselle's pussy. That's what it tastes like.
Fuck out of here. I can't stand that kind of shit. Like, I know people that are fucking Patriots fans, and I'm like, do you have family up there at least? No. Have you been there?
That's the thing
No.
with me. At least I got family up in New England. I got a lot
like,
of
that
family in
don't
New England, so
make
that kind of
no
makes sense.
sense,
No, but
bro.
I love the Lakers. And the thing people don't get with me is that I was in a bandwagon. It was like, oh, they won a championship
That is
and,
some
whatever.
bandwagon
No,
shit.
it's not. Because when I first started watching basketball, I was just watching it for the fun of it. I didn't even like Kobe when I first started watching basketball. I hated him. I was like, this
did
dude's
too.
an asshole. It's like, fuck him, bro. Dwayne Wade growing up was my idol. That was my favorite basketball player.
So why weren't you just a Heat fan?
I wasn't a Heat fan because like I didn't really know much about the team, and at the time I was learning a lot about the game. I just went to the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2009 for the first time, so I was like really trying to like learn the game, learn the history, and all these different types of players. In the first NBA game I ever went to, I sat courtside at Izod Center for a Nets game. Now this is a throwback.
Then why aren't you a Nets fan?
I didn't watch the Nets like that. You got to remember, think about it. In 2009, the Nets were really bad.
No, they were trash.
We were terrible.
I think other than the Knicks, they were probably the biggest laughing stock in the East.
Exactly.
In addition to the 76ers, because the 76ers weren't good then either.
Yeah, and as a kid,
No, they were good.
No, 09 they were good. No, 09 they were good.
Like Kyle Korver, that's when
it was
Porter, Iggy, Drew Holiday, Thaddeus Young,
a couple of years later.
Yeah,
A couple of years
Don't
later.
forget about Samuel Dallenberg.
Oh my God.
Forget about him.
Wow, that's a throwback. That's a throwback.
Listen, I'm all this Philadelphia sports slander has got to stop. I'm gonna start throwing water around here.
But you guys aren't good.
We're good. What are you?
No, you're not.
We're not good.
No,
The Sixers aren't good.
No.
Well,
Win a championship.
they're
my
good.
Get to the Eastern Conference Finals for God's sake.
We're not good.
Wait. I'm not. I just gotta be a realist with these Sixers fans.
Hold on.
And wait.
hold on.
Every single year, y'all have great players in your team. Tell me, Philly hasn't had good teams over the past 4 years. Have they or have they not?
They have.
They have, but they never ever find a way to at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm sorry, but when they played the Celtics every single year in the playoffs, I mean, you can't figure them out. You can't do something.
Well, it's
you
hard
can't
to
make
do
the
when
right
you're-
moves in order to
it's-
beat the one team you need to beat your biggest
It's
rival in
hard
your
to
conference.
do when your point guard won't shoot.
Yeah, Ben Simmons.
I'll give you the Ben Simmons thing.
And he's
Okay.
been there for like.
But now you have
Yes.
James Harden.
Okay.
Who took a pay cut. You can get the right players. First of
Okay.
all, getting Daniel House and PJ Tucker is not
big.
going to win you a championship.
It's still big though. PJ Tucker, not Daniel House.
PJ
Solid
Tucker's
bench.
not going to get you a win.
But he's gonna play defense.
He's a good scrappy
And he gonna-
defender.
and he gonna bust
he's a great
ass.
scrappy defender. I'll get him that.
gonna
But he
fucking
has
hook
limitations
motherfuckers in the
defensively. And he also gets into a lot of foul trouble.
That's okay.
That's not okay.
Listen,
for
bro,
the
first
position
of all,
that he wants on the Sixers,
as a
he has
LeBron
to be on the
fan-
court to be effective.
As a LeBron fan, the Lakers ain't winning anytime soon. So
You don't have to tell me twice. I'm a realist. I love the Lakers, but I've always
I'm
been
a
real with
realist
them.
too. But I'm not going to say my team is bad. Saying there's a difference between saying they're not of championship pedigree and to say that they're bad. They're not bad.
That's how-
Bad
I'm gonna
teams
be-
don't get into the playoffs.
I'll be
unless
real.
you're-
I'll be real with you, Mike.
fuck outta
And I'm
here,
coming
bro.
at this from a completely unbiased outside. Looking.
You're a
outside.
Knicks fan. You
yeah,
get
I
no
know.
say.
I know. But
No,
I'm saying
wait.
is-
Hold up, Matt. You know what? As a Knicks
Can I
fan,
at least say
I
my
feel
piece?
bad for you. I feel bad for you.
I don't blame
I
you.
do. I'm on your side.
I feel bad for myself.
know.
But what I'm saying is, I'm going to be honest with you. Like everybody, the Philadelphia and the 76ers have been all about the process and stuff since they got Embiid. I guarantee you, if you don't win a championship within the
gonna
next 2 or 3 years, that process is going to die.
He's going
I don't
gonna
care what
die
anyone
hard.
says. The process ended last season, not this
Yeah.
season, but
gonna
when
leave.
when
the process is over with. I agree with that.
when Kevin Huerter dropped like 30 on the Sixers in Game 7, and Ben Simmons.
Here's a good point.
He stinks.
Do you think Embiid's going to be like Damian Lillard and stay
No,
for the team?
no,
No.
Embiid's not dumb.
no.
I said this offseason, I want Embiid to go to Miami. Personally, could you imagine Embiid?
I just
in
want him to win
Miami?
MVP.
Yeah.
Listen, I
Embiid
know-
in Miami would be. It would destroy the league.
It would be disgusting.
They would
Embiid
destroy
and Jimmy
everyone.
Butler together again. Everybody knows Jimmy
And,
Butler
like,
wanted to
this
stay in
version of
Philly.
Jimmy
He
Butler?
didn't like
Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
Yep.
He didn't like playing with
the
Ben
coaching.
Simmons.
It was Brett Brown.
Well, Brett Brown's a shitty coach. We know that. We know that. We gave him some chances because he was coaching bad teams. Then he had a good team and he still couldn't do it right.
Was Butler on the team when Toronto won the championship?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That was that year.
That was
was
that
that
year.
Hit
That
the
was
shot on
their
him.
year. That was
their year.
literally
That was
their
Philly's
year.
That was Philly's year. That was Philly's year.
And then Kawhi
And just
Leonard.
boom,
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
Day.
about it. I don't want to talk about it.
That ball bounced around the globe and then went
Can we
in.
talk about sex? I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it.
That's my favorite topic.
That's
it's
still, that's still
It's
painful to
basically
this
like
day.
sex.
It's still painful. Yeah, the rim job that was given. Fuck that.
I was saying it's basically like sex because you got bent over and fucked in the ass from all that rimming.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
Yeah, pretty
I don't
much.
want to
Yeah.
talk about
All right, let's talk about boobs.
it. Let's talk about boobs. Let's talk about who in Hollywood has a good set of boobs. I don't even know.
Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
Sophia.
Nope. Selma Hayek.
Yep.
Oh,
God!
Selma Hayek.
I skied myself.
Don't touch the table.
Selma Hayek.
Don't touch the table. This time it's not gum under there.
There are some women, man, that just the older they get, the finer.
Yes,
they
like
get.
Halle Berry.
Don't
That's
need
Matt's girl. That's Matt's girl.
I think I just skied.
Matt's girl and women. Speaking of women, didn't you say that they were talking about giving Brittany Griner 9 years in the Gulag?
Oh yeah, I did.
9 years in the Gulag. I'm dead.
What about
Yo.
the talking about boobs?
Well, I mean, it's still women.
It's
So
still women. She don't got no
we're
boobs.
not talking about
though.
boobs. We're talking about flat chests.
Yeah, Brittany Griner has a flat
Hard
chest.
chest.
listen, I on my other podcast,
Titanium titties.
I'm
Go
known
ahead.
as the head advocate of the Big Titty Committee. Brittany Griner ain't got no chest. However,
no ass
she is
either.
getting 9 years, though. It seems she's getting 9 years in the Gulag.
And she's getting a 9-year contract. That's good for her. Long term.
Hey,
Working for free,
we
too.
We were talking about this Brittany Griner shit last week. I made my comment and I said, anyone who supports Brittany Griner, I support her too. But she deserved what she had coming to her. She broke the law. We talked about all that. And one of my boys hit me. He was so funny. He sent me a screenshot of him muting my Instagram story because of what I had said.
So what is he upset about?
No. This is just joking.
Okay,
But
okay.
it's funny because afterwards he sent me a voice message. He was like, "Yo, listen, we could talk about the Brittany Griner stuff later, but I want to tell you that I really fucked with how you put that out there because a lot of people are not going to agree with that opinion, but it starts conversation, and that's the thing that I like to do." My opinion on Brittany Griner is not like most people's because you would think, me being an athlete, me being black, me being supportive of everything that she does as a basketball player, you would think I'd be in full support of her. But I know she did something wrong. So, of course, my opinion is going to be a little bit different, and not everyone's going to like it. But the thing that's important is that it generates a conversation because if you continuously have the conversation about Brittany Griner and everyone's like-minded, she needs to be home.
Yeah.
She's being wronged by Russia. Blah, 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 blah. At the same time, it's like you got to be real at some point and see things from a different perspective and be like, yeah, you know what? It sucks she's over there in Russia. Yeah, it sucks she's been detained for over 160 days. But what did she do wrong?
Yeah.
You've been playing in Russia since 2014. So you've been playing there for 8 years now, going on 9. And you're telling me that you didn't know that it was against the law? And do you guys know how much oil she brought over there?
No, I don't.
Yo, it's a lot.
A lot for
Like smuggler level type shit.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah, it was a lot.
how many ounces?
I don't know the number off the top of my head. I don't want to lie on here, but it was
man,
a
look it
lot.
up.
Please look that up because something like that. I mean, my big thing with Brittany Griner is that I'm not a hater. I don't want to disrespect Brittany Griner. I respect her grind. I respect her profession. But when it comes down to it, at some point, everybody has to be real and everybody has to be honest at the fact that she did something wrong in a different country, and we have to stick to that. That's just how it is. You can say she's a pawn for politics or whatever type of narrative you want to come up with. But at the end of the day, she did something wrong in Russia. You can't change that.
I do want to clarify.
I was going to say 0.7 grams.
0.7 grams? I've heard so many different numbers. I want to know the real number.
Here
I
it
don't know.
is, man.
But I want to,
Because I heard an ounce at one point.
because I want to say this though before you say anything, Mike. I want to clarify that it's being said that the Russians want to give her 9.5 years. It's not that she's been sentenced to that
we
yet.
don't-
But odds are there might be a chance that that's what it's going to be. And at that point, I don't think the U.S. is going to do anything. They're not going to trade for a star player.
Don't
at a
trust that
third-round
damn
player.
Russians arm dealer for Brittany Griner. Please don't do that.
Dude,
Please
imagine
don't.
if they do though. Could you imagine if they do?
I feel like the integrity of our justice system is
Well, not only that, the integrity of our country.
questionable.
Yeah,
we would be a
it's-
laughing stock.
It's
We're
like,
already a laughing
look at
stock.
America. They're giving us criminals back for basketball players. They're so stupid. Like,
yeah,
come
pretty
on.
much. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Fucking
Come on,
wankers.
comrade. Let's go have a drink.
Yeah.
Let's go have vodka.
Comrade Vladimir.
comrade. I mean, I don't get it,
Listen,
man.
my stance stays the same when it comes to Brittany Griner. Fuck her. You broke
I don't
the law.
care. I don't care. I really don't care.
broke the
She's
law.
too tall. I couldn't.
Not literally.
I'm not climbing that tree. She don't even like dick.
Oh, wow.
She likes plastic ones, though, I'm sure. I'm just being honest. I never understood that. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I mean, lesbian girls don't like dick, but they like plastic dick.
I'm glad you said it. I feel the same. It's
What
like,
is the truth?
what is the difference?
What's the difference?
Nah, they don't like men, but they like dick. Yeah, they like dick.
Listen to this.
They don't
So,
like. Yeah, go on.
I had a weird thing to put on my other podcast page as a poll, and I'm like, damn. Does anybody know what pegging is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let me ask you this.
Are clenched.
I was gonna say, is anybody gonna let their girl put on a strap on and take him in the ass?
You know what's so funny? My girl asked me the same shit the other fucking day. No, some funny shit. Some funny shit. Because
Jail.
Cause I kept calling her bro, right? And she got pissed. So she's like, "Oh, you want to keep calling me bro? Okay. Well, guess what? I'm gonna get this strap on." I was like, "Whoa! What you mean get a strap on?"
Don't tell me she actually has a strap on.
She doesn't have a strap on.
Okay, good.
She was like, "Well, if you want to
worried.
She was like, if you want to call me one of the boys, might as well treat you like one too. I was like, yo.
Hey.
I was like, yo, you wild.
What did she say?
I was like, you're wild.
For real, that's wild, bro.
That is the most hood thing I've ever heard your girl say. I've only met her once, but I respect her so much for that. Shout out to your girlfriend for that one.
She actually sitting out there in the lobby right now. I wish she'd come in here.
No, really?
Yeah. No, she's out there. I mean, I'm gonna get candid real quick. You know, for years I always hated on niggas. I was like, oh, yo, bro, you like getting your gooch licked, bro? That shit's weird. Yo.
Welcome
Welcome
to the club.
Let me tell you something. Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You were howling, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you my legs were shaking like I had
get your booty
Tourette's.
leg now. Get your booty leg now.
No, it's not happening.
Okay,
That's
you see?
No.
Wait, hold on a second. So if
It's a
you're
natural progression. It's right there.
So what was getting played with? Your booty hole?
In between
No,
the
what the
nuts.
hell is wrong with y'all?
So there's
Niggas are not educated in sex.
lost.
That's not how it
Listen.
works.
Hold on a
Listen,
second.
there's
I'm
a
lost.
spot between where your ball
sack ends and
where your booty hole
that
is,
thing.
right in
Okay.
between there.
That's the male G spot.
Okay.
Feels great.
I thought it was the booty hole.
Nobody's
No.
tongue is going in my ass.
That's what you
man.
say now, bro.
No,
Hell
like
no.
I couldn't even let that happen.
Just hold on. She's coming home.
Nigga, I be shitting and farting 24/7.
That's okay. You
I
can
even tell
relieve
Mike,
it.
bro, I was blowing up Mike's car on the way up here. He had no idea.
I knew something was funky. I was like, yo, why is my shit smelling like this, bro? Because my
What kind of monster are you?
Yo, see, now you're not allowed to ever get in my car. Hey, Mike, can you pick me up? Bitch, no. Bitch, no. Yo, you have to understand. Anybody who knows me will tell you this. My car is clean all the time.
It's funky
and
now.
smells good
It's funky
all
now.
the time. And I'm sitting in my car and Dante and I'm like, yo, is he bringing, what, did he wash today? Like, and I didn't want to say nothing because it's kind of rude. And I'm like, yo, why is my car? So I looked at my air freshener and I was like, and I put one in the back so I could blow like by the air vent. And I'm like, why is my car smelling like this? Now I know you nasty motherfucker. You was fucking rotten, nigga. This, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Gotta
bro?
let it go.
Not in my car, bitch. Oh, you could have just opened the window. The fuck? That's disrespectful.
No, here's the thing. I was trying to be nice too. I was trying to like make him nice and silent. You know how like they.
No, those are the worst ones.
Oh my god.
The silent but deadly. You ever heard that phrase? No,
Matt's face
no
is about to get his
light-skinned
ribs like
motherfuckers
Gatorade.
allowed to ever get in my car. No,
I'm fucking crying right now.
no.
All right, yeah, remember I told you Amaya's in the lobby. Yeah, she kind of heard me talk about me getting my gooch licked.
Wait, actually?
She just texted me.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
Motherfuckers just doing what? No, you are not. No,
What?
because bro, he called me up last night. Mind you, I've been doing a lot, so I was tired last night.
I felt bad. I called him
and
late
I
at
was
night.
high
Yeah,
as
and
fuck.
I did.
And I was like, he called me. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, yo, you could pick me up tomorrow. Cool, I got you. The next time you call me, motherfucker, it is a hard nigga no. Hey Mike, hey man, nigga no. Hey bro, I'm stuck in Hey man, I'm getting shot right. Nigga, no.
Yo, fucking shot, yo.
That's a little harsh.
Yo,
That's a little much.
Black on black crime is a
I
problem
need you
in
to
this
help
country.
me and my grandma. Nigga, no. No.
My grandmother's dead.
Okay. Me and my mom are stuck in the rain, man. It's pouring. We got a bunch of groceries.
My mom is
Nigga,
not-
no. Nigga, no. The answer's nigga, no.
Wow.
No.
Well,
Oh God.
hey man, I'm sorry. When you be smoking weed late at night, you get the munchies and the food just coagulates in your stomach. Next day, you just
Nigga,
gotta,
no.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, poot it.
You gotta let it
This
rock,
nigga
baby.
poot it in my shit.
Pootie tang. You know?
Damn.
Oh man, I do want to say this because we're gonna start the wrap up here in a few minutes. But man, we got some good stuff coming on the show.
Yes.
We have we want to preface a little bit.
Who? You?
I mean, you're the one that bought all the equipment.
Oh man, why ain't gonna tell them? They don't need to know what I'm doing with my bank account. You know what I'm saying? These niggas
It's
don't
not
need to
about.
know.
Here's the thing. It's not about what you're doing in your bank account. It's about how this show is going to get a lot fucking.
Well,
better
the show is
very
basically
soon.
going to evolve. We're going to start doing some new things, putting in some sound effects, putting in some cool shit, and we're going to try it out. We would appreciate the feedback, see if you guys are loving it or not when we do it. That'd be awesome. We're not going to have to take this long ass trip here. You know what I'm saying? Because we got our own shit. We need to get some shit like this so we can start doing this shit right here too. Bang, bang, bang.
Well, I mean, really, the cameras are
Just
all
steal
we
'em.
need. Steal 'em.
Just steal them.
They're not gonna miss 'em.
Like Chaz don't use them. Fuck it. Nah, don't
don't
steal
use
it. Because this is right here now. We're incriminating ourselves. Don't do that. No stealing.
I mean, no,
Jail.
there's a lot.
Jail.
There's a lot of big things coming up. You know, I'm getting my own my equipment finally. I'm getting that together. You know, we're probably gonna start doing some segments on the show as well. You know, get some more people involved. We're probably gonna start having some more guests on the show, which is gonna be great for us, man. I'm just really excited about what's to happen. You know, I know recently the episodes have been a little long. You know, we've been trying to work on some things, but you know, one thing I want to say for the listeners is that if you are listening to it, hopefully you have listened this far. If you haven't, fuck you.
You just missed something
Yeah,
funny.
you
If
just
you
missed
didn't.
some real funny shit. The hell is wrong with you, my nigga? No, but you know, we're at this point where you know we're gonna be doing a lot of big things. So we really appreciate your input. So you know, you got us on Instagram, you got us on Twitter. Shoot, if you just listen to the podcast, leave a comment, say something. We love to take your things into consideration because you know we're still just starting off, but we want to get better and we want to have more fan involvement in this.
This
man.
is episode 10. I mean,
We're only 10 episodes.
think
in,
about
man.
it like this. I mean, when we first started, how many other quote unquote Bromigos shows
Man,
were
fuck
out
them
there?
whack ass niggas.
Yeah, I know, but I'm of course fuck 'em.
Fuck that.
But what I'm saying is,
nigga
like,
that you love so much.
Some of them didn't even last up to this long. So imagine us. We're already, and you know, actually, I don't know if you guys know the statistic. I think you and I may have discussed it. We were doing a guest spot last week.
Yeah.
But the average number of podcasts or new podcasts that start out is like 7 and then they stop. So we've already passed that point. So if that isn't enough to motivate every single person in this room to keep doing what we're doing, because I'll be honest with you, I love doing this show.
Yeah.
I like doing my other podcast too, but I absolutely love doing the show because it's a different dynamic. You know,
Yeah.
like we're actually
Yes.
in person. We have studio equipment that makes us sound good.
Mm-hmm.
We have other things coming up that we are going to sound even better.
Yes. Oh my God.
I can't fucking wait
so
for
much
that.
better.
So it's just like I mean this is the most excited I've been for anything in a long time. And you know it's just great. I mean no homo, but I love you guys.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, hey, now we say homo.
was homophobic. I will not accept that kind of vernacular in the studio. You know what? You're canceled.
You're canceled.
You can't go outside anymore.
You
can't
homophobic,
speak anymore.
misogynistic
bigot.
piece of shit.
Fuck you.
First of all, when you say I can't go outside, I mean I'm already pale enough now. What are you trying to do? Make me pitch? Like,
Nah, that motherfucker.
Get a tanning bed, nigga.
Nah, that
Shit.
motherfucker go glow in the dark, bro. Translucent ass. Nah,
translucent ass.
Get some sun.
Well, listen. I've made a
Boy,
joke.
about as clear as water.
I made
Yeah.
a joke on one of the last episodes. How if say Hunter got caught by the Russians, we'd all have to make a special trip and make a secret mission. Listen, they'll see me from a mile away, and all you guys at night would have to do is smile.
Well, not
So
if
we're
it's
fucked.
snowing. If
Yeah.
it's snowing, then you
That's-
got.
Oh well, then I'm
That's
camouflaged.
racist.
There you go.
That's racist.
What's racist?
I
Well,
don't
no,
know,
it just
kidding.
depends on what part of Russia it is.
I'm
Because
just
some
kidding.
parts it's just.
Yeah, I go.
Yo,
to
Matt,
speaking
do
Russian.
you like white girls?
Of course I do.
I was asking.
No.
I was curious. I feel like I feel like you're someone that likes ethnic women. You know.
I mean,
You like
Latina.
Salma Hayek.
funny enough, I mean, like I've been checking out dating apps lately, and like I usually don't. And this is no disrespect
If you
to any.
tell me Tinder, I swear to fucking God.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
One of them.
Listen, let's not hate. Continue.
But what I'm saying is, I think since I've started doing the show and hearing a lot more of your perspectives from a black perspective, I've been swiping a lot more on
some
African American, some sisters, man.
Yeah,
I'm undercover brother for a reason.
Listen, bro, I'm of the mindset. Like I even tweeted this out one day that people who don't date outside their race are doing themselves and other people in society.
You don't like buffets? You don't like different types of meat? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you never
that's
been to the
weird.
deli?
That's weird. I only date white guys. I only date white girls. That's weird, bro. That's weird.
Hey, whatever
That's
helps
weird
you
as
sleep
fuck.
at night.
I don't
You know what
like
I'm saying?
any demographic. Well,
Now-
any female
that's weird.
I'll say this much. I will say this much. I prefer if I was to have like a type, so to speak. I don't think I have a type, but based on what I
Redheads.
swipe on,
Yeah.
it's actually blondes.
I love redheads.
Blondes are
Boobs.
actually my.
Give me the boobs.
They've
The
been my
boobs.
go-to. I've noticed recently
It's all
when I'm on
right. You
these
know,
apps.
get some of the boobs over there. Huh?
Hey, listen, man. At the end of the day, it's like I said, man.
Yeah, that's how
If you
Hoochie
ain't
Man talks to the
sucking,
girls.
We ain't fucking.
Like Hoochie Man, Hunter goes up to her, hey, you know, I just want to see your boobs. Show me your tits, all right?
Show me your titties.
What are you doing over there? You're doing all that talking and stuff. You gonna get down? What are you gonna do? Let me see your boobs over here. Come on. Show me your
Let me see the
tits.
boobs. I'll show you the barjol.
Yeah. You show me
Hey,
the
gabagool.
boobs. Yeah, no, you show me the boobs. I can show you the pizza deal. All right, you know, there it is, the pizza deal. Just
Okay,
for
Joe Pesci looking ass.
you. Yo, that's it for me.
Yeah, man.
I'm
I'm chilling right now, bro. I'm about to go to the beach. Go see my girl in her bikini. Can't wait to see that.
See, I told you it's a good thing to look at.
Well,
Yeah, well, I'm-
What,
Yeah,
bikinis or boobs?
Both.
Oh, both.
The both. The both.
Bikinis are cool, but if you ain't got the body to rock bikini, you know what you doing?
Yeah.
What you
No,
doing?
I have a lot.
We're not gonna body
now.
shame
We're not
on
gonna
this
go
now.
on that right now.
Yeah.
I'm not body
Well,
shaming.
this is what we're doing.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up, ladies
Thank
and
you
gentlemen.
for tuning in to this is our what is this?
Episode 10.
10th
Episode
episode.
10.
baby.
What's 10 in Spanish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Diez. Episode 10.
And in German it's sane. Sane.
Hey, man, that sounds kind of Hitlerish, man.
Same.
Relax. Calm down, man.
Nine.
Calm down.
Whoa.
There you go.
Small
I
word.
just said no.
I don't know.
Oh, cool.
It was a little
I
extra.
just said no.
There was a fucking tiny mustache in there
that's what I'm
somewhere.
about to say. There's a little mustache in there, man.
All Germans don't talk like that, but anyway. I'll defend you, Germany.
All right, y'all.
We love you, Jeremy.
We gonna catch y'all next week. Peace.
You've been listening to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Avina! That's okay! She'll be back. Another